Alright, it is time to start. So, sorry I'm starting a little late. My computer decided to crap out on me and decided to restart itself. Also, I think our Wi-Fi was messing up or something. I'm not even sure what all went wrong, but like everything went wrong at once. Right when I was trying to start the stream. I tried like 3 or 4 times if y'all were looking at my profile while I was trying to figure everything out. Like 3 or 4 different streams popped up at the same time. It was mayhem, man. It was mayhem. But I finally figured it out. As you can tell, I got it all running smoothly, it seems. Right now I'm just on my Steam account to get started the game because I did some research before I started this today, and so I have it on my notes here on what I'm supposed to do to get the ending. And I also have my to-do list because I'm about to go out of town, so it's all on here. I keep a little notepad right here on my desk where I just keep notes all the time. So here are all my notes on what I have to do to get the ending. However, I also figured out that in order to get the ending, you have to have had play through the game and had gone on the final date with every single one of the characters, including Brian, who I can't stand, as you know. If you've seen the previous one, you know I can't stand him. So I'm not going to be able to get to the ending tonight, but without giving away anything, I have figured out that it will do little things differently when I do the create a dad in the manner to get the ending. So I'm going to do that. And then, so I'm going to make a new dad and start doing the playthrough and everything. But I'm going to show y'all how to get the ending first. Because, unfortunately, I can't do it because I haven't had all the dads. So far, I only have Damien, the goth dad. Because, I mean, let's be honest. How can I not? And, so yeah. Like, I watched another video. I can't remember his name now. The name of the guy whose video I watched for this. It was like the first video, or the only video that popped up when I Googled how to get the cult ending. He was very clear about what to do, except for he didn't specify that you have to have you've had to have unlocked all the dads first, because he had played it a lot more, and so he already had all the dads already, so he didn't know that was a requirement for the ending. So like I read in the comments that you had to have all the dads. Now some of the people in the comments said you didn't, so I'm not 110% sure, but I am like 90% sure I do. Which, oh darn, I gotta play this game some more. So we began a lot more dad streams for me. I love doing this, by the way. Like I love playing this game and I love streaming, so it's no big thing to me. I might start doing this as like a weekly thing. But I hate to like have to give up like my Saturday for like the rest of my life or something, or because like it's not just me. It's like that makes it where my husband and I can't go out and do something on Saturday where he might want to do something. So I don't think that's really fair to him. So I might like do one every week, but just different days, or I might do it every other week. I don't know. Let me know like either in the chat on here or you can. What's this little pop-up? I keep getting little pop-ups on my computer today. If you see my new video that I just posted on YouTube, then you know that I've had a lot of computer problems in the past like month or so. So I also want to talk about that in the stream as well. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I love talking with the chat. Last time I played, I was not very good about making sure I actually looked at it. But I promise I'll be much better about it this time. I promise. So let's get started. Because I'm now like 16 minutes late. So. I love the intro. So since we've already gotten Damien, the goth dad, I think we're going to go for another dad so we can start working on the unlocking all of them. I'm also not sure if you unlock them all on the same game, or I don't know how this... I actually don't know. Well, just... I want to start off by making the dad for the cult ending. Because there's a bunch of requirements in order to do it. So I'll just go ahead and play through the beginning of the game. We're asleep. It's our daughter Amanda. I'm gonna pretend to be dead. Since this one doesn't really matter what exactly I do. I want to try and like choose different options than I did last time, just because I want to see what's different. Amanda, I bequeath to you all my earthly possessions. Spread my ashes over my recliner. Such a dad thing, God. Okay, well, your course better get into the moving van because it's leaving soon. Oh, yeah, beginning of the game, we're moving. I finally open my eyes and sit up. I'm laying in the middle of the living room, spooning a moving box. I yawn and stretch. Okay, so that's the same as last time. So I guess that voice action didn't, like, change too much, I guess. Okay, so like the guy that I got all the that I watched for to get my notes and everything, I know he had his name Panda in his name, and I was like really obsessed with this game. So I think it might have been a play off her nickname, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like I should know because like I feel like he was like a pretty well known YouTuber. So I feel silly for not knowing. If anyone wants to look it up real quick and let me know, that'd be great. Dad's hit number 90. Always try to make others around you happy. Alright, so this is where it goes. This is where it is. This is where we make the magic happen. So there is a long list, as you can tell, of all of the requirements for the dad to look like in order to get the ending. So I'm just going to click the ones that the guy on the video told me to do. So it's this body here. The palest and hair, so that's all the same, and then the head is this one here. Oh, I can't remember if I said to hit shadow or not. I don't think it did. We'll find out in a minute. So the hair is this one. The eyes are this one. These are super creepy looking to me. Seeing the nose is this one, and the mouth is this one. Is it? Yeah, it's this one. And then the brows is this one. And then there's no facial hair, so make sure it's still on no facial hair. And then it's these glasses. God, this guy looks like he does porn for a living. This is awful. And then, let's see. I do not have anything down for piercings, so he must not have any. And then clothing, I have listed on here, like his clothes listed as Hopper from Stranger Things. So that's exactly what this looks like to me, doesn't it? Like that shirt. Like look at that. That looks like the shirt from Stranger Things, doesn't it? Like it does. Alright, so now we're done. And then they even have the name down. We're good to have a certain name. So it's Jimmy Buffett. Oh, see? You hear that? You hear that? That's the noise he makes when you know you've done it right. And you're gonna get the you'll get the cult ending if you've unlocked all the dads. Now, here's the moment of truth, because like I said, the people in the comments said, some of them said that you had to have all the dads unlocked, which I don't have all unlocked. And some of them said that wasn't necessary. So if we got the cult ending, I'll know once I click Be That Dad, and a special screen should pop up about the secret ending. And if that does not pop up, then I know that I do not have the secret ending, and I'm just going to have to play through all the other ones Which is not a problem, because I like all the other ones. It's just Brian. The really competitive dad. God, I can't stand him. He's so irritating. That's going to be a really annoying stream to do. Nope. We did not get the secret ending. Yep. We definitely had to have all of them unlocked then. Okay, so I'm gonna... How do I... Delete this. Go back to that. Apparently the auto name is Homer. That's weird. The extended cut is the only cut worth watching. That sounds just like my husband when we're talking about Lord of the Rings. That's the only one he's really like that about, though. It's really hairy. Not a big fan of this weird crop top on dudes. So let me take that off. I'm really bummed about this, man. Make him super manly, because I plan on going after Robert this time. So I'll make him super manly looking. This is the hair we picked last time. I really like this one. I still kind of want to pick this one. I really like that hair. I like that one, and then I also like, kind of like that one. Well, no, not really. That one's pretty good. That one's alright. It was kind of like, oh god, what's the Christian guy's name? Joseph. That's alright, Joseph. I'm gonna go with man bun just because personally, I like man buns. So, I'm gonna go with that one, I think. So, with eyes. None of the eyes look right to me. They all look weird. And I don't like any of them. We'll go with... My husband has green eyes, so I'm going to go with green eyes. See, none of these look normal, right? Or is it just me? Just none of these look normal. Especially those. Those look horrifying. Those like some Sailor Moon eyes. I was watching the Twitch Presents thing of Pokemon last night, and I swear one of the characters' like eyes are just like this. God, it's terrifying. I think I'm gonna go with. Oh, these look kind of weird, but I'm gonna go with this one. This is the nose we had to pick for the, I think this is the nose we had to pick for the ending. Yeah, it's the nose we had to pick for the ending. But I can pick any one nose I want. That one looks silly. I feel like none of these noses were really made to look good. Noses are just weird when you think about it, though. I swear, none of these mouths look right either. It's so annoying. That would be super manly. That could work. Looks like he has lipstick on. Wait, did I already miss the hair color part? Yeah, I did. Okay, silly me. Okay, so I want to go with something a little darker. I think I'm going to have him like go ahead and like dye his hair something ridiculous. I want like a really dark green is what I want, like to match his eyes. But it seems like this is the closest thing they have. And then brows. I don't want it to match my hair because I want to be clear that I color my hair. So I want to go darker brows. Not too dark where it looks weird. Get a scar over his eyebrow, but he's super manly. Oh yeah, it's getting real manly. See some facial hair. I don't really like any of these facial hair. All these facial hair looks kind of weird. Yeah, none of these look quite right. Like, I just want something that's like in between, like this and like no at all. You know what I mean? Like, not a 5 o'clock shadow, but like, I don't know, 5 a.m. shadow then. You know, like you stayed up all night maybe? I don't know. I'm just kind of making up words now. Do you have any like manly glasses? There's some Harry Potter ones. These look just like mine. Because I have actual glasses that I have to wear sometimes. Those look just like mine. I don't know. I don't think it's... It does cover up his weird eyes though, which I like. Ooh, piercings. Here we go. No. No. Ooh, snake bites. I always wanted snake bite piercings like when I was in high school. Because I was one of those really fun scene emo kids in high school. I wish I could do both these and these. I'm gonna go just the snake bites though. Alright, see if I have anything good. That's pretty good. See, look, that just looks, that shirt looks like the thing from Hopper. Like, doesn't it? I think this shirt, like, color-wise, looks really good with his hair. It's really silly looking. Oh, those are pajamas. Okay. Those are the sweatpants he wears in the thing, I guess. Just like a white t-shirt. It's pretty basic, but I like it. Actually, his eyes being the exact same color hair is kind of weird looking now. I'm gonna go with a really dark blue, because that's what color my eyes are. So I'm gonna go with that one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and change it to... I really wish I could do both. Like, I want both. Some yellow ones. Add a little more color. Let's see what shirt. That's weird. That's just underwear. That's not okay. Just white t-shirt and jeans, I guess. I was hoping for something a little more, like something of that nature, maybe. Well, actually, that probably looks fine. It's like a low-key Christmas vibe, though. Green hair and the red shirt. Just every time I see like red and green together on pretty much anything, my first thought is Christmas, no matter what it is. Oh, I forgot about this. This is an option. It's not an option. Alright, let's go with this one. Okay, so now I think of we gotta think of a tough name. See, my first thought is naming it Billy from Stranger Things. It doesn't quite look like that though. Let's name him... The last one's name was Henry, which really does not fit this dad's persona at all. Especially considering I plan on going after Robert, the knife dad. So, let's see. Let's name him... Ooh. I like that name. Don't judge me. I love that name. Let's see, what's a really common last name other than like Smith or something? Just really generic, like just super generic. Andrews. There. Yeah, that's good. Can y'all hear this? Yeah. Alright, did you fall asleep packing? There he is. Look at him being all manly, chewing on that toothpick. So manly and shit. See, I got most of it done, I think. Searching around the room, it looks like I did a pretty good job. Every box is sealed except for one. Wait, straggler. What's in it? Looking into the box, I see a bunch of old photos and a little photo album. Oh, I haven't seen these in years. I pull out one of the dusty albums on the top of the pile and begin to look through it. Okay, so last time I picked this one, I picked Your mother and I. So I'm going to go with father and I this time. Let's see if it gives me any different dialogue. It's so cute. Okay, so the pictures do seem to change. Because I think last time when I picked your mother and I as the option, this was like a woman right here. I think. You couldn't decide between being a princess or a dragon, so you went with both. Princess Dragon. Why do I remember crying in that dragon costume? You saw yourself in the mirror and realized you were afraid of dragons. Seeing yourself inside the dragon's mouth was a realization of your greatest fear, I think. Right, yep, definitely repressed that memory. Oh, this one's cute. And this was your horse phase. Why is it so common for girls to have a horse phase? That's so strange. I mean, granted, I never went through that, but then again, I'm petrified of heights and very allergic to fur. I believe you named that plush horse I said it wrong last time, too. Sir Horsington the Brave. See, I don't remember giving my toys complicated names like that. Not like complicated, but like long names like that. I remember my favorite baby doll was named Carrie. Which kind of frightened my parents because of the whole Carrie movie thing. Because, you know, I was born in the early not just the early 90s, but I was born in 1990. I don't know when that movie came out. When did that movie come out? My parents read the books, so it could have been the movie came out after that. I'm going to look it up real quick. Because it's going to bother me the whole time. I just know it. Okay, so the original one came out in 76. Okay, I thought it came out in like the late 80s. I was very, very wrong. I was very wrong. Like, dang, I was wrong. Oh well. I don't think that was his. Amanda lunges for the photo, but I quickly snatch it away and hold it above her head with my superior dad arms. Nice try, but this is important blackmail for later down the road. Go ahead, try me. I've seen pictures of you in your ska band. See, now we have a guy who actually looks like he could have been in a ska band. The Scommunist Manifesto had a chance back in the day. I don't think I'm pronouncing that first part of the band's name right. Scommunist? I don't know. I don't say it's like Communist Manifesto, but it's ska. And that's the difference. I don't know. I look off in the distance and reminisce about the rad horn section. Hey, it's Emma P. Okay, I'll have to remember now, because I remember later on in the game, it matters if you get her friends' names all straight. So I'm going to write them down this time, because her name, it's a joke that her friends' names are all like about the same. So every time it mentions one of her friends, I'm going to write down their name and the identifier about them, and so I can remember. So I'm going to put oldest friend, Emma P. Okay. Ugh. See, luckily last time I guessed right, but just in case, I'm, oh, that's Emma R. Okay, see? See, I'm glad I, there. Made that P into an R. Okay, she met Emma P in high school. Okay, cool. Seems like a weird thing to get confused. But we know, whatever. Honey, I promise you wholeheartedly that I will never stop mixing those two up. Okay, so I mix them up. So that seems right. Dad, Emma R has been my best friend since I was 7. Give it a little bit of effort. Right. Emma P was the one who... Okay, so I can't remember which one of these I picked last time. I think I picked this one simply because of it. I remember not wanting like to portray my daughter as a violent creature. Because there's several other options like later on in the game where you can, or it has an option like this, like it's, oh, guess what, you know, is that the friend who did so and so, and then it ends up actually being what my daughter had done. So I remember I didn't want her friends to be like hoodlums. Guys, sound like my parents. I'll go with this one. Lighter fluid, tennis ball, tennis racket, right? Dad, that was you. Oh. Okay, good. Okay, so that fits the look of our character, which I'm happy about. Even though I'm throwing flaming tennis balls at a police station, it's not okay. Okay, Amanda, I wasn't aiming for the police station. It just happened that there was a police station in the vicinity of where I wanted to throw a flaming tennis ball. Yeah, I remember explaining that to the police. They didn't believe me either. Anyway, I gotta show this to MR later. She's gonna get a kick out of it. Oh, the first photography award you ever won! Yeah, and it got us a $20 gift card to McFriday's. And when you get food poisoning from the cheesy Tostada blast, that's weird. Yeah, I think you mean food poisoning, like with a Z. Still can't drive McFriday's without gagging. Still proud of you though. Amanda reaches down into the box and pulls out one last photo. Neither of us say a word. We stare at the photo for a long moment. Okay, so this is different from the last time I played. Because the last time I played through, when I picked Mother and I, this was a picture of her being held by her mother when she was a baby. So this has changed. Finally decided to break the silence. It's the day you were born. See, I picked that one last time, so I'm going to go with this one. It's kind of a funny story. The day we brought you home, I got into a car accident. It wasn't anything big, just a little fender bender in the parking lot. But of course, I was freaking out, and that little old lady who crashed into us freaking out. I didn't know what to do. But your father, oh man. He holds my hand, looks directly in the eyes, and calmest I've ever seen him, he says, "It's okay. It's all going to be okay." See, that's the story is the exact same, except for it says she and your mother instead. He was right, you know. I stare at the picture for longer, maybe too long. I miss him. I can't even imagine what it must be like for Amanda. She passed me on the back. Come on, Pops, we gotta finish packing. The moving van won't wait forever. You're right. Min and I pile into the car and give one last look at the old house. So many memories here. Hard to believe your father and I bought this place almost 20 years ago. See, one of the things I don't really understand with this game is that, like, how old is the dad? Like, if you're old enough, like, you're well enough off and stable enough financially to buy a house 20 years ago, I feel like you can't do that reasonably younger than, like, 21, 22 maybe. And so that means he's, like, early 40s? Maybe? I don't know, because like a lot of these things, like none of the dads look like they're that old. Like none of the dads really look, like the oldest one is Robert. And I've read about the game and like all the characters and everything now that I've played it through. Because I wanted to go in fresh my first time. But after I was done playing, I went ahead and looked up everything. And that's how I found the cult ending stuff. And Robert is the oldest one out of all of them, it says. And so, there's that. I would say, like, with how old Robert's supposed to be, yeah, that makes sense that he was able to buy a house 20 years ago. But, like, how young the other characters are, it doesn't really make sense. Hey, remember when I shattered the front window playing catch? You always had a very strong arm. Hey, remember when I shattered the front window pretending to be a robot who breaks windows? You were a very imaginative child. Hey, remember when I broke into the back window? We get it, Amanda. You break stuff. And there will be plenty more stuff for me to break in the new place. Memories to make and stuff to break. You ready? We sit in silence for a moment. I watched my daughter grow up in this house. It will forever hold a place in my heart, but it stings a little bit to leave it behind. Okay, so our daughter is a senior, is a ingoing senior in high school. So she is like 17, right? Is that how old people are when they start senior year? I know you graduate normally at 18. My mom was, I think, 17 when she graduated, but she, like, with the cutoff date and all that, she was always the youngest. So I guess maybe you could start at like 16 or 17. So she's probably about like 17 years old, maybe. I don't know, because I don't remember how old I was when I started, so. Like my senior year. Plus, I was homeschooled, so it was like a little off, you know? Like, we didn't like graduate at the same time as like other schools did. Because we did school all year round. So I never had a summer break until I was in college. And my very first summer while I was in college, I went ahead and just like a normal person, just didn't go to summer classes. And I was so bored, I thought I was dying. Like, I was like, this is how I die. I die of boredom. And, because I'm not used to it. I was never used to not having schoolwork for that long. So, really wasn't anything for me to do. And by that time, I'd already lost touch with most of my friends from high school that were still in town, simply because of, like, we didn't really have much in common anymore. Because in high school, it was kind of like a proximity kind of thing, I guess, really. Because like, we were all in high school, so we all had the same, common, like, experiences and everything. But all my friends from high school stayed in town and worked instead. Or they, like, worked part-time and went to school part-time. And so our experiences were just really drastically different. Because, like, the only other person, there's only one of my friend group that actually went to college at that same time. And she worked part-time and went to school part-time and, like, lived at home. And I went to school full-time, lived in the dorms, and, like, was pledging a sorority and stuff like that. So it was very different. We didn't have really much in common experience-wise anymore. Because also, like, our majors were really different. Because she wanted to be a CSI. So she was in all science classes and everything. And I avoided science classes like the plague. And I took all art classes. And I have my degree in photography. And then I have another one in history. And so I was working on both of those. So I had even more schoolwork. So we really didn't have much in common. So I lost touch with most of my friends by my first summer. So I got bored. And then my school did summer sessions a lot differently. They had 3 mini semesters in each summer. So I just would not go to the first one, which was all of May. And then I would go to the one that was in June and July. There was one in June and there was one in July. And that's what I did. I would stay in one of the summer dorms they had up there, because it was different dorms. They didn't have all the dorms open in the summer. And, yeah, like, the one that in the normal school term was used for the athletic students was open in the summer for all students. And so I stayed in that one. It had, like, a tiny little kitchenette. I'll never forget the kitchen, because the kitchen was a pretty good size for a dorm, and it's bigger than the kitchen that's in my actual apartment now that I pay rent for. Insane. Okay, back to the game. The movie van begins to pull away, and I get the car in position to follow it. I watch our old house, disappear in the rearview mirror. I can't remember. Does it ever say why they're moving? Because they're just moving across town. And as I nitpicked last time when I was playing this game through, the dad that you're playing doesn't seem to have a job. So I don't really know why they're moving. Because if they've been living in the house for about 20 years, they're probably nearly paid off, right? I mean, I don't know how long it takes to pay off a house. Like, a long time, I know. And I know that you can get, like, a 20-year mortgage and you can get a 30-year mortgage. I know that much. As long as you don't refinance and all sorts of other really fun adult stuff, you should be fine. I don't know. Oh, here's an idea. Maybe they fixed it up and got such a big profit that he doesn't have to work for a while. Maybe that's why he doesn't have a dad. Maybe that's why the dad we're playing doesn't have a job. Maybe. I clear my throat and do my best cheesy announcer voice. Nestled in beautiful, scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features. I picked this one last time, so I'm gonna go this one. Honey, have you ever had dirty clothes? For most of my life, yes. Well, worry about that no longer, as our new place features mechanization. I can't pronounce that word. That not only clean your clothes, but dry them directly thereafter. An upper-class luxury, I fear. The concept of clean clothes is no longer at the hands of the fat cats upstairs, sweetie. Anyway, it's also smaller than our last house. Cozier, one might argue. Good spin. I think it's great. Won't we be closer to a lot of the cool stuff we can walk to? So I don't have to waste gas. And I mean, trying to park downtown is, you know. Amanda, you know you're going to have to learn how to parallel park at some point, right? No, you don't. I never learned, and I've been driving for over 10 years now. Not going to happen, Pops. I think someone needs a 3-point turn in their attitude. Don't know how to do that either. Have you met the neighbors yet? Not yet, but the neighborhood seems pretty quiet. So you won't have to chase any rowdy teens off your lawn? You are the very teen you mock when you say that, honey. I'm in my last year of high school. I'm practically dust. Yeah, you're a real... Don't you dare. Senior. Dad, I know where this is going. Citizen. I'm just going to ignore that. But I won't forget it. So, what's item number 1 on the new house agenda? Well, first we'll need to forge a path through the solid wall of boxes that's blocking the living room. I still have to install the washer and dryer. We need to go grocery shopping. Pops, cool your jets. You have to promise me that we're going to take a break and explore the neighborhood. Okay, you're right. We'll get some work done and then check the area out. And with a swift kick from Amanda, the for sale sign is no more. Nice form, Sweet Pea. I got a problem with authority. I'm so proud. Man, all that karate chopping tuckered me out. I really could go for a sandwich. And an ice cream sandwich. Sweetie, it's 10 a.m. Okay, so I can't remember which one I picked last time. It just got there, so they really should unpack first. Much as I like to enjoy the delicious and healthy ice cream sando right now, we got some work to do, kiddo. And we need to make it snappy because there are 5 steel crates of DVD box sets blocking off the bathroom, and I need to pee real bad. Okay, I think this is actually the one I picked last time, because I think I remember him saying that. Well, don't let the entire cast of all 13 seasons of Shark Tank, but with actual sharks, stand in your way. Let's get to it. See, that's one of the running jokes in this game is the really funny names of reality TV shows. They're really funny. They're like parodies of real ones. I love it. I get to work on packing the various boxes around the living room. A couple hours pass and I get some good work done. The washer dryer unit is both washing and drying. We can actually walk through the living room without tripping over boxes. Visitor already? I walk over to the door and open it. Hello? A handsome, clean-cut man stands at my door, brandishing a plate of cookies. Hello. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Joseph. I'm your next-door neighbor. Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Asher. What is your name? That is what my name is. I saw the movie van and thought I'd bring over some cookies. My daughter Christy wanted me to let you know she baked them herself. Joseph leans in and whispers, but between me and you, she just sprinkled in the chocolate chips. We both share a laugh. Kids, right? Wow, cookies, huh? So nice to meet you. Joseph hands her the plate of cookies with a smile. Well, thanks for the cookies. Amanda disappears with the cookies. Amanda, come back. And she's gone. That's my daughter. Her name's Amanda. She's our charmer. Daughters are tough. Sons are also tough. Children in general are just tough. I hear that. I mean, there had to be something wrong with you to try and raise more than 2. I have 4 kids. What have you done? Oh, I meant, don't worry. You didn't mean to be rude. Oh no, this is the first neighbor I've met, and my social life is already in a tailspin. I wonder if it's too late to move again. Yeah, okay. Is the missus around? Mr., actually. And, let's see, obviously that was different from my first playthrough, because, it just went straight into saying she was dead, or something. It didn't actually say anything else. No, not anymore. He died. Yes, you know, it said that. It said, no, not anymore. She died, instead of having that first one. No, I'm sorry for your loss. No, it's alright. Wow, this is uncomfortable. We stand there quietly for a moment, acutely aware how awkward we both made things. I'm sorry, can you close the door real quick? I look at Joseph quizzically, but comply. After a few seconds, I hear a knock on the door. I opening it. I see Joseph standing there with a huge smile. Hey, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promise not to talk about your dead spouse this time. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of the neighbors in our community. What'd you say, pal? Sounds great. My daughter Maina and I would love to stop by. Also, 4 kids is a perfectly normal amount of children to have. We shake hands and seal the deal. Well, neighbor, I'll see you at 3 p.m. sharp on Saturday. Sure thing, neighbor. See, they make jokes about how 4 is a lot of kids on here, but that's how many siblings I had. Well, I had 3 siblings, so it was 4 of us all together. I'm the oldest, then it's my sister Ashley, then my brother Zachary, and then my youngest sister Windsor. Joseph starts walking away, but stops to think for a second and turns around. Hey, in all seriousness, raising a kid on your own can't be easy. If you ever need to talk about stuff, I'm the youth minister at the church down the street. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth. You look pretty young to me, but suit yourself. And with that, Joseph's gone. See, that was kind of flirty of him saying you look young to me, because there's no way this man is under 40 years old. There's just no way. Because there's no way he could have bought a house like before he was 20, right? And he said he had that house for 20 years. He seemed nice. Amanda walks back in the living room, crumbs on her face, cookie in her hand. That was the smoothest recover I've ever seen. I should be taking notes. See, you were already fitting in great. Where did those cookies go? They're gone. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, they weren't very good. So you ate all of them anyway. I guess that makes it break time. Any ideas? Let's get some fresh air. We can use some coffee. Last time, I think I chose fresh air, and we still ended up at the coffee shop. Cause that's where the next dad you meet is. I'm going to give this plate back. I think we get a ton of good neighbor points if we bring Biggs back. You're going to be the best neighbor in this whole cul-de-sac. We're going to kick all their neighbors' butts with kindness. That's really funny hearing him say with like the scowl we have on our character. I think it's funny. Shoot, I'm already not sure which house is his. I'd hazard to guess it's the big one with all the well-groomed blonde children sitting in the yard. Good eye, kid. And remember, we need to make a positive first impression here. Keep it light. We walk up to the kids and wave. Yeah, these are his creepy kids. Well, his twins are super creepy. Hey kids, is your dad around? They all just stare at us blankly. We just wanted to return this nice plate and thank you for the cookies. Geez, these definitely are Joseph's kids. They all look exactly like him. Christy, that's the little girl. They were really good. I mean, I heard they were good. I didn't get to eat any. I chuckled nervously. Well, okay, we're gonna set this plate down on the ground, real gentle, and then back away slowly, right, Dad? Right, that's what we're gonna do. The kids' eyes bore into us as we scurry away, and I can feel their gaze on my back even as we approach our house. At least I can get my mind off those carbon copy kids. Let's see. The park is where we meet the dad, Brian, who I can't stand. And then the coffee is where they meet another dad. I forget which one that one was. I think it was Matt at the coffee shop, and I like him. So I want to avoid the park if I can because he irritates me so much. And he has like an impossible to win mini game about bragging about your kids, and I can't. Feeling a little sluggish, and coffee seems like the more responsible option than just taking a nap. Proud of you. We walk down the street to the Coffee Spoon, a cute little place on the corner. Man, this is such a convenient walking distance from our place. I mean, I guess. What's wrong? Why would I go somewhere else and drink coffee on a couch when I could just drink better coffee at home on my own couch and not have to make awkward eye contact with other people or wear pants? At least when I'm home, some random guy isn't going to come up and sit on the recliner next to me, and I won't feel like a little weird about it because technically he's not sitting at my table, but he's very much within my personal zone. Dad, and what's the etiquette for when you have a dirty mug? Is there a bin? Do you go set it up on the counter because you don't know where else to put it? Or do you leave it there and feel your face flush hot with shame as you consider the possibility that there is a fact a bin somewhere just out of sight and now you're the jerk who left their mug? Dad, you are just afraid of meeting new people. See, I get that. I have the same feeling whenever I go to a new coffee shop. I always look around before I make my order. I always look around a little bit to see if I see a bin, to see the situation of that kind of stuff. I'm very weird like that. I recognize that I am weirdly anxious about those things. Yeah, see, this is Matt. This is one of the other dads on our block. Because our block just happens to be full of attractive, with the exception of Brian, and single-ish, with the exception of Joseph, dads with kids. I think that's weird, but whatever. There's a lot of things I think are weird about this game. Like, because I've played it a good bit now. I've gone all the way through and played and then got the Goth Dad last time. Which I'm really bummed that he wasn't an actual vampire, personally. I know that's a really silly thing to be upset about. But since, like, the Knife Dad that we're going after now to finish unlocking the game is, like he says, he's, like, really into hunting cryptoids or cryptids or whatever, which are just basically any generic mythological animal. And I was like, okay, since he doesn't seem to get along with Damien very well, maybe he actually is a vampire and that's like their deal. Because I knew about, I've seen pictures, of course, floating around the cult ending, so I thought maybe there was some supernatural stuff in the game, but there wasn't. I was very upset, very disappointed. I would love some real vampires. I'm one of those, like, granted, like, you know, like the Twilight and all those other ones, like, they were really popular for a while. So I can see not wanting to put that in there just so they won't get lumped in, like a vampire romance thing, but plus I was Team Jacob all the way through that whole ordeal. Anyway, vinyl records line the walls, and patrons lounge around on well-worn couches. Some cool tunes spin on the record player next to the little stage. Welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. How's it going? What's with the name? Oh, it's kind of dumb. It gets mentioned in this poem I like, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and I suppose now it's still a good idea because the business is still running. I forget how delightful he is. I like him. His personality's nice. But people ask me that question all the time, and I give them the same answer every time, and now I'm standing here rambling, and I'm sure we're all getting more and more uncomfortable the more I keep talking about. Man, we're in it now. I can't stop. Sometimes I feel like Matt is my spirit animal with his awkwardness. So what it will be? I scan the chalkboard menu and immediately overwhelmed. I'll have a... Okay, so last time I picked this one, because this is like the only pun I really super understood, but I know the face of the person this one's about, but I can't remember his actual name. So I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, hearts! Yay, wasn't expecting that. I can't remember what we got last time. If we got hearts or not. Ah, yeah, see? I remember the group. I remember the face of one of their people, because I think it's like a couple or something. I just remember the guy in it, because he looks really different. I'm doing the thing again. But coming right up, and for you, I'll have a Macchiato di Marco, please. Coming right up. Do you want that in small, medium, or biggie smalls? That's so funny. Even though I know that's coming, I still think that is funny. That amuses me. Matt sets to making her drinks, and Amanda and I take a seat on one of the couches. What's his deal? Let the man make his puns. They're cooler bands than you listen to anyway. I love puns. As you can tell, if you follow me on my Instagram, which you should, on Meg Joy, I make puns like all the time in my captions. And then I have pun contests on there for people who are following, and they submit their puns. It's really fun. See, I feel like the being obsessed with ska really makes him seem even younger, because I remember when ska was big. I remember that. See, when was that? What year was that? I know it was I want to say the late 90s, early 2000s, but I feel like I was a high school student at the time. Someone just Googled that as well. When was ska big? Well, I don't think ska was ever big. Okay, when was ska popular? Oh, it says early 1960s. It must have had a resurgence or something. Because I remember... This must not be the same exact thing I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm thinking of ska core, ska punk then. Or something. I remember that. I don't understand why... I feel like I remember. I know it was something called ska. What am I getting wrong here? This is annoying. Ska core. No, all these say late 70s. Alright. Must have had a small resurgence or something that's not being mentioned in their wiki page. This place is right next to our house, and the guy seems not only cool, but also just as uncomfortable with talking to other people as you are. You should totally become friends with him. I don't know. Come on, what do we say about meeting new people? I can't meet new people if I always stay inside and don't go outside and don't talk to people. See, we're making progress. Matt sets our drinks down at our table, and I immediately burn the roof of my mouth. Good one. Hi, we're new to the neighborhood. I'm Amanda, and this is my dad, Asher. Oh, right. Pleased to meet you both. You ought to come by when my daughter's hanging around the shop. You two might get along. Yeah, I'm sure we'll maybe come in from time to time. Amanda kicks her leg under the table. I'm sure we'll be in here a lot. You know what? Let me grab you guys. Let me get you guys' opinion on something. Matt goes into the bag and comes out with a fresh plate of something that smells amazing. I'm working on a new banana bread recipe, and I need help coming up with a new name for it. Oh, well, I think we're going to have to taste test it first. We can get the full flavor profile of, you can really appreciate the flavor sensations of, Amanda nods vigorously. We know this game. Yeah, we need to give that Nana bread a taste test. If you want us to do free creative labor, I think that would be compensation. Yeah. I've taught her well. We have trained for this day. I was going to give you guys some free banana bread anyway. Right, yes, that. Matt serves us each a piece, and Amanda and I happily chow down. This is amazing. Thanks. The secret ingredient is bananas. So, any ideas? I'm stumped. Well, I think I might be the only one able to get a dad... I think I might only be able to give you dad band puns, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, this is what I picked last time. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, not good. I want to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I said it, I realized it doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth. And maybe I should just leave saying baby to the professionals. God, he's so awkward. I love it. Enjoy your coffee. Thanks, baby. See? It sounds good when you say it. Oh, she is rolling her eyes hard. Okay, so this is Robert. It's not easy for me to move my camera quickly, really. But just trust me, it's a brooding older man. Across the way, a man catches my eye. He sits by himself, brooding over a cup of coffee. Our eyes meet just for a moment. I hastily look away, hoping he didn't catch me staring. Who is that? Robert. Your future beau. We finish up our drinks and head out. Thanks for stopping in. Take care. Okay, now we're full of caffeine. Where to? Some fresh air. Time to soak up all that vitamin D and make our bones nice and strong. Yeah, our skeletons are going to get so strong they're going to hop right out of our bodies and crush cars with their bony fingers. Amanda, I already have an irrational fear that my skeleton will one day escape this flesh sack and run amok. Please don't encourage it. Right, sorry. Oh. To the park. Okay, the park is where we meet Brian. God, Brian irritates me so much. Amanda and I stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. Kids are playing in the streets, the flowers are in bloom, and the faint smell of nearby barbecue drifts through the air. This place is nice. Too nice. I don't trust it. Good eye, honey. You can never be too careful. See that baby in the stroller over there? Government operative. We're on to you, baby. They're so weird. I love it. We walk for a while and eventually end up at a small park. Toddlers chase each other through the playground. Dogs of all shapes and sizes romp through the grass. It's pretty crowded, but Amanda spots a nice empty bench. We start to make our way over to it when... Heads up! Ow. Frisbee suddenly hits me in the face. Woof. Corgi with a neat plaid handkerchief tied around its neck bounds up to me, wagging its tail. Ah, I love corgis. They're so cute. They're my favorite breed of dog. I love them. They're so cute. And just say hello to the dog. Be friends with it. Oh, God, Brian. Oh, God, he's so irritating. Just be ready for, like, hyper-competitive child bragging. You know, frisbees are traditionally caught with your hands, not your face. I'm going to new technique. Oh, yay. That's Brian. Yeah. For a second there, I thought I was getting his name wrong. Because like when I did my first playthrough or my other playthrough with this, I did not do anything with him at all. Like I met him and then I never spoke to him again if I can help it. It irritates me so much. Brian gestures over to a grassy knoll where a young girl sits on a checkered blanket. She's reading a book bigger than her head. She puts it down and heads over to us. This is Daisy. She's reading the Brothers Karamazov. Her teacher tells her that she has the reading comprehension skills of a high schooler. How old is she? 10. She's a precious little youngster. Precocious. Oh God. Here comes the game. My dad instincts kick in and I must brag up my child's accomplishments. Oh no, it's happening! Oh God, I hate this. Brian, go on, Daisy. Tell him about yourself. Daisy, That's my girl. See, the goal of this game is to out-brag Brian, which I actually do not think is possible, because I thought I did pretty good last time, and I did not win. Like, not even close. I don't know why that has extra power. It's such a weird thing to do. Why did you just have that? Yeah, see, that makes sense. That's a weird thing to carry around, right? I mean, I don't have kids, so I don't know what's normal to carry around of theirs, but that does seem weird. Okay, so items backfire. Yeah, so I learned items backfire. Well, looks like that one backfires too. Okay, so there's just no way beating this guy, it seems. So I take it you guys are new to the neighborhood. Just moved in. Do you live around here too? I just don't notice, like, their dog kind of matches them. I just don't notice that. Like, see, the dog is wearing green, and like his fur is kind of orangey, and like they're both wearing green and have kind of orangey hair. I just don't notice that. That's really, I did not notice that before. Maybe I was just blinded for how much Brian irritates me. Okay, so I know that in order to get the actual cult ending, I have to go through and win with all the dads. And honestly, I dread having to do this one because Brian just irritates me so much. Now, granted, in the beginning, Joseph kind of irritated me too. Well, not really that bad, but like he was just like, boring, kind of, you know, like, not interesting. But I ended up going on more dates with him, and it's like, oh, I thought about going with him first too, instead of the goth dad. So maybe he might surprise me. I don't know. I severely doubt it. But at the upside, I get to play this dog more. So. Also, like, the way our dad, like, it looks, he doesn't look like he would, you know, doesn't look like Brian's type. That makes sense. Like, I need to look up and see if I have to play all the dads on the same game, on the same like file, or I have to make a new one each time, because I don't know if like Henry from the first dad we made. I don't know if I can go through and play him going through all the other dads, because I already have most of the all the dads except for Brian are nearly done. So I don't know. I'll have to see. I looked a little bit before I started the stream, or while I was waiting for everything to stop crapping out on me. And it didn't look like I could play that file anymore. It looked like it said continue, but it basically would let me load from a different spot. So I really don't know. I might check after this stream and just look and see, because I want to hurry up and get to the cult ending, but I don't want to have to make a new character each time. That makes sense. Like, that's a lot more gameplay, and that'd be very interesting, because I know there's different scenes if you go on 2 dates with Robert and then you go on the 3rd date with Joseph. I know there's a new scene. And then I think that's the only thing. Yeah. And then I know you unlock the ending by going on the 3rd date with Joseph. So, or not, you don't unlock it by then, that's when it comes up naturally. When you make the dad, the Jimmy Buffett one that I made in the very beginning of this, and if you missed it, because if you're just tuning in or something, I have a bunch of notes here. Let's see where it is on my notes. Here it is. I watched another video on how to get the cult ending, and you had to make the dads by these specifications. Exactly. And then really creepy cult music will start playing. And I know from the video I watched on how to get to it, when you click on play this dad, it takes you to a pop-up screen that says, oh, you found the secret ending or whatever. But I didn't get that pop-up screen. So I think that means I have to unlock all the dads first, which is annoying, but whatever. I mean, like, I keep saying that's annoying, but I love playing this game a lot, and so I don't mind it, but I'm bummed for the purposes of, like, this stream, because, like, I really wanted to get able to do it on the stream, and also I really want to see the cult ending. I really want to see it, and I know I can just look it up online, because I know there's, like, a million videos of it already up. But, like, I wanted to find it myself first. Like, I want to see it first with me, not, like, watching someone else's playthrough. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's just, I don't want to spoil it. I want to be, like, doing it for the first time on stream. And, like, my first time seeing it and everything. So, anyway, back to the game. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Really nice meeting you guys. You have to stop by at some point. No, we will not. Yeah, definitely bye. Yeah, no, we will not. Brian and Daisy walk further into the park with Maxwell happily trotting along in tow. Do you get the feeling that he was trying to one-up us? Trying and succeeding. I can't believe that kid's only 10. What was I even doing at her age? I believe you had a bit of a thing for horses. Shame that didn't pan out. Could have comparative horse studies. It's not too late to minor in horse creative writing. Too close to the truth, Dad. Let us never again speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir... God, why is it so hard for me to say that word? Sir Horsington the Brave. An epic in 7 parts by Amanda Andrews. Yeah, I think Andrews is a lot better name than we picked last time. Which was my last name. Yeah, last time I played, I just put in my last name, Joy. Well, my maiden name. My last name is Clark now. But, so much easier to spell to people. God, it's like, it's amazing. Like, every time I go to the pharmacy, they always list my medicine under the wrong name. Because of, they think I just spelled my name wrong on the forms. Like, I would spell my own name wrong. Like, that badly. They put my last name as Joyce. And they put it as my first name. And they either put down that I never listed a last name, or they just like put Joy there, like but they spell it wrong without the E. Oh God, it's so annoying. Like I know you're thinking, oh, just spelling your name wrong, it's not a big deal. I was like, well, at the pharmacy it is a big deal because it makes it where I have to go through like a whole lot of a headache to get my medicine from them, because they're like, oh, you're trying to pick up medicine for someone else, you're trying to steal these. Like, no, I'm not. You just have my name completely and utterly wrong. Because, like, at the pharmacy, they have me down as Joyce Joy, when my real name is Megan Joy. And it's just, like, why would I spell my own name wrong that much? And they just completely leave out the Megan I wrote down on the form. Like, they completely ignore it. They're like, oh, that's not her real name. We know better than she does what her name is. It's so irritating. God. That's why I'm so excited to change my last name to my husband's. Just because, like, his last name is Clark. That's so easy. Like, his mom told me, she says, oh, people always spell it wrong. They'll put an E at the end. It's like, if that's the least of my worries, that's no problem. Because also, I have a lot of people mispronounce it. Because, like, it's Joy, Joye, with an E at the end. And so it's weird. It's not how you would spell joy. And so people think, oh, it's Joey. Or, oh, it's Joyce. You just forgot the C because you can't spell your own name. Or the real fun one that I've only ever gotten in Illinois when I lived near outside Chicago was Hoye. They pronounced my name Meehan Hoye when I was up in Illinois. Like, I'm just like, really? That you think that's my name? God. I have so many stories about people getting my name wrong and hilarity ensuing from that. But that's not what this stream is about. So back to the game. Alright, now the only option is nap. All of a sudden, it's making me real tired. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. Well, yeah, you slept on the floor. Oh, we slept for 14 hours. I don't know how you slept on the floor for 14 hours. We're walking home, and I hear heavy footsteps come up behind us. Asher, bro! I turn around and am greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. Craig! Bro! Holy, wow, I haven't seen Craig in forever. It's been too long, dude. Wow, yeah, wow, you look great. Yeah, I cleaned up my act. Cleaned up his act? Are you kidding me? He's ripped. Amanda, this is my friend Craig. We went to college together. We were roommates for a while, too. Amanda, dude, you probably don't remember me, but you're so big now. Hello, cute baby. Ah, thank you. The last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River. He picks up her tiny wrist and waves it around. River gurgles happily. Are you babysitting? Nah, dude, River's my kid. Man, it has been a long time. Feels like 1 minute we're rolling to exams with bad hangovers, the next we're both fathers. Where you been, man? I was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay. No kidding, Amanda and I just moved to the side of town. How's Smashley doing? I mean, Ashley. Ashley is her name. She's actually still goes by Smashley, and we divorced last year. I'm gonna start calling my sister that. My sister's name is Ashley. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. It's old news. We take turns taking care of River and the twins. It's all... yeah. Twins? You have 3 kids? Ain't life something, bro, right? Kegstand Craig is a father of 3. Kegstand Craig. Oh, yeah. It was my old college nickname. Not very creative. He got it because he did a lot of keg stands. Like I said, not creative. It's that thing where you do a handstand on a keg and then drink from the keg. Right. He was very good at it. Ah, bro. Hate to be that guy, but I'm in the middle of my daily jog and I really need to keep up my heart rate. Brought River along for, resistance training. You jog daily? I jog yearly. On January 1st. When I promised myself I'm going to jog daily for the rest of the year, I gave up after 30 minutes and just walk home. Well, it's never too late to get back into it, dude. You should join me sometime. Haha, I don't know. Come on, it'll be fun. We could grab breakfast afterwards, catch up. We could do bro brunch like the good old days. I love that. Alright, sure. Sounds great. Great. Let's get that going soon. I better get moving. Good to see you guys. Craig gives a little wave, puts his earbuds back in, and jogs off. Can't believe Craig is ripped and has kids. I'm reeling. Why is that? The Craig I knew is not fit to be responsible for any living human being, including and especially himself. One time I watched him drink an entire jar of marinara sauce for dinner. Amanda, he opened a new jar of marinara sauce and drank it like it was a thing that normal people do. It was unholy. When I asked him what the hell he was doing, he said, and I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro." So, I am obsessed with a show called The Umbrella Academy. And I love going on Tumblr and finding the accounts that are just like, they're like Umbrella Academy misquotes or incorrect quotes or false quotes, or just whatever quotes that aren't actually from a show. And they're just quotes from other things that fit those characters from that show, if that makes any sense. And one of my favorite ones of all time is from this game. Like, they had Klaus, which is my favorite character from Umbrella Academy, and he's the one, in this case, it's like Craig, and drinks the thing of marinara sauce, and is like, it's basically a smoothie. And then number 5, another character, is our character Asher in this situation. He's like, dude, what are you doing? That's so gross. Anyway, whenever we get home, I'll have plenty of time to reflect on how old I am, or how old I feel later. You probably couldn't tell from that dad quote we went really fast, but it said pet every dog. That's a good tip. Amanda and I flop down on the couch. Amanda has to shove some empty boxes out of the way before she can sit. Too bad we're going to be putting my stuff right back in these boxes in a few months. No, don't say that. Oh, Dad, it's going to be okay. I'll be fine. I know. It's just, you're my little girl. It's gonna be so weird not having you around. I'll come visit. I'll text you every day, and I'll take lots of pictures. I mean, obviously, I'm a photography major. Just like me. Well, not now, of course, but like when I was in school. Photography major. You promise? Of course. Are you gonna be okay by your lonesome? Oh, we'll be fine. Oh, come on, I'll be fine. I'll get a dog or something. Wish you could get a dog in this game. That'd be so great. Forget art school. I'll stay for the dog. Is that all it's going to take? Medium-sized dog, handkerchief around the neck. I get to name it. That's what it costs for me to give up on my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs. Well, a dog is a lot cheaper than college. That's for sure. Suddenly, a pile of envelopes slide through the mail slot. Speaking of college... Amanda darts over the envelopes, shuffles through them. She pulls one out and throws the rest back on the floor. This is from the McGowan College of Art and Design. Open it! But I'm scared. It's just an envelope. Yeah, it's just like my entire future. Not a big deal. She takes a big deep breath and rips open with her teeth. We have a letter opener, but okay. I hold my breath while Amanda's eyes dart back and forth, scanning the letter. What does it say? The admissions committee has reviewed your application, blah, 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 blah. Her face drops. Oh, she doesn't get in her dream school. I regret to inform you that we are unable to offer you admission to McGowan's College of Art and Design. Amanda throws the letter on the coffee table. I feel so bad for her. Oh, sweetie. It's okay. I kind of saw it coming. I knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their mission officer told me that it was just wanted to see portraits or whatever. I pull Amanda in for a big hug. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is going to want to snatch you up for sure. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Oh, it's so sad, because later we found out later this was like her dream school or something. Oh. Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? Clearly she's just saying that. Her face says the opposite. But I probably shouldn't push her on this. Oh, before I forget, Emma R. and Emma P. are sleeping over tonight. So... you need me out of the way because I'm painfully uncool. I would choose more delicate phrasing, but yes. Well, I'll have you note that I conveniently already have plans for tonight, so you'll have the new place to yourself. Yeah? What are your plans? Quick, think of plans. I'm going to jokingly say I'm going clubbing. I don't remember what I picked last time, but I don't think I picked this one. I'm going to put on a nice outfit, go tear it up on the dance floor, all the hottest dance moves. The lawnmower, the sprinkler, the running man, you know, the ones the kids these days are doing. Alright, but I'm going to go come pick you up if you pull anything this time. Not again. I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to just go to bed. Just go to bed. Okay, her English teacher's one of the other dads. See, if I hadn't talked to him in like at least 10, 15 years or so, it seems, then how come he still has my number? There's no way I had a cell phone back then. So where he could already have my number. This makes no sense. Maybe I'm just overthinking things again, like I was last time. It's like really cold in my apartment right now. That's why I have like this huge thick sweater on. I'm so cold right now. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and I'm feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully no one will notice. I check my watch and I'm relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, it's 1:03 or 1:08. My socks are falling off. I have like big fuzzy socks. You can see them. Yeah, you can see them. Wait, no you can't. Ah, I can't show you my socks. Oh well. But they're cute, trust me. They're pink and they're fuzzy and they have pandas on them. They're super cute. They're falling off. Like I've had these for long enough now. Like the elastic's worn out of the top of them. And so they slide down all the time. But they're still the warmest socks I have. So I'm still gonna wear them. Like, I make it sound like I've had these socks like for years and years and years and they're disgusting and they're all worn out. No, they're just cheap socks that wore out like after I bought them for not that long. Because I've only had them for like since like last winter or something. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around. I love how he calls all children youths. Turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lidded eyes. Sigh. Come on, kid. I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. I don't know. You have to try the exit. Oh, okay, wise guy. Help me or not. Sigh. Fine. Up the stairs and to the left. Can't miss him. Head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Vega's classroom anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where the low-rent drawer way is, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, and suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker. Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Sigh. Fine, Mr. Vega. Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must see Asher. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this. Alright, where are we? Now, who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin. Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow and makes a fart noise. The whole class erupts in laughter. Is that what being at school is really like? Do kids actually do that? Like, I had like co-op classes in high school, and well, I didn't have them before that, but we did have them for that young. We just started after I was already in high school. Anyway, we had classes and stuff, like normal classes we went to like once a week or something. No one would ever do that in any of the classes I went to. So I can't imagine anyone doing that. So I'm like, is this like normal or what? Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell for the end of the period rings and all students immediately get up and make a break for the door. Remember to do the reading and answer response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Or not, I guess. Sir Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both, you know. Budget cuts. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please call me Hugo. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a really bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on? Amanda's never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing the assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I don't really chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that it might be wrong. I just wanted to ask if everything's okay at home. Just moved. She's fine. She has a tendency to bottle things up. We haven't noticed anything different about her, but she always tends to put on a heavy face no matter what. See, if you can talk to her about it, I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. If she keeps heading down this road, I know how important our school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo. I feel like that could have been an email. But whatever. On my way, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yeah? They ever catch that rye? Oh, Lord. I leave the classroom and make my way out of school. I'm a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force of positivity in my life, especially after we lost her father. Amanda must be done with classes for the time by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I could talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool, and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So he talked about Mario Batali the whole time. I looked him up last time. Not an attractive man. I was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. You know, something when a kid gets older, they find they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but it's also something, sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to the stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just I want you to know you can talk to me about anything. Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Amanda R. is going to be at that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yeah. Amanda keeps texting. She sniffles a laugh. What's so funny? Oh, it's I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yeah. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Nah. I can't believe you would. Dad. I mean, geez. What would you... She clearly does. She clearly has a thing for this Noah guy. Because I did the same thing when my parents were like, oh, when I was telling about my friend Sam. And they're like, oh, do you like Sam? I'm like, no, that's so silly. No, 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 no. 10 years later, and we're married. So. So yeah, the mall is where we had our first run-in with Damien, which is the goth dad that I ended up with the last game playthrough. Just gonna like go through some of these because most of these like don't matter anymore. See, that was just her explaining what memes were. Okay, want to go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being the exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what that store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets is basically an assault on the people who fought so hard against punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in last time. Oh, that one! Amanda runs to the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. Okay, so this is clearly just a ripoff of Hot Topic. And I would know, I spent what? Why are my words so bad today? Okay, so I spent like most of my high school years inside of the Hot Topic. So I could spot these ripoffs pretty easy. Now I mentioned they're not subtle. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On this day, very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda and Andrews had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Gotham Beyond's the name of the store to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. I owned so much of said My Chemical Romance merchandise from Hot Topic. I still own a lot of it, which is great because now they're getting back together. Amanda has moved. She begins clapping, slow at first and faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh, hey, chain wallets. I haven't actually seen a chain wallet at Hot Topic in a while. I find most of those seem to be at Spencer's now. While Amanda busies herself looking at the band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for Dad to look at in Dead Gotham Beyond. Pursue the band t-shirts. Look at ironic mugs. Check the clearance bin for hot deals. Okay, so last time I picked ironic mugs, so I'm gonna go with hot deals. Hiccup. There's one big cardboard box of marked out items. Yawning. I'm pretty sure $4 is for purple eyeliner is a good deal, I think. I wonder if I would look good in purple eyeliner. Hell yes, I would. Look, this is very important to me. There's Damien. There's our man. I overhear a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. What? Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it is clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day. Shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if he was Victorian-inspired or Edward-inspired in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Oh. Hey, Datron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. Cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? Cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag and clears the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Finally gonna take that nap. Amanda and I sit on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. I keep yawning, Lord. So cool. Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. That is such a long name for a show. Oh hell yes. We have to make it over. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also they're hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. Can a truck be haunted? I kind of figured it has to be like a stationary thing, like a house. You never hear of that, really. You always hear houses are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts done got control of the truck. I can't steer them there. Their damn ice roads. This is really hard. Let me see this EVP meter and try to communicate with them spirits. Flint, we're about to die. I almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like we're saying you're going to die. That's because we are about to die, This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterwards, I crawl into bed and get some good night's sleep. Dad tip 29, medicine is not always the best medicine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, and we're pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? I can't remember which one I picked last time, but I know it wasn't this one. I'll see this as a learning opportunity if I can snake some hot grilled tips. I think we can consider it a success. Don't you want to meet some other people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from this cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to cook out on time? You know what? We're going early just because he said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people. The smell of hot dogs wafting through the air. Small children run through the sprinkler and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on the table and next to the other veggie plates. Well, hey, there's Joseph. I wave to him and gets attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you two are here. You brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. They sit creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib? Oh, how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to. Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Asher, and his daughter, Amanda. I'll shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine. I need to tend to it. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Haha, my wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are already excited to meet you. Here, let me introduce you around. This is Robert. He lives just across the way. A haggard man nursing a glass of whiskey eyes me up and down. Hey, I'm Asher. It's nice to meet you. He takes a long swig of his drink, charmed. Asher and his daughter just moved in next door. Cool. If you ever need recommendations on where to get a drink in this town, Rob's your man. I told you not to call me Rob. Right, got it. Robert ambles away without saying goodbye. He's not really a people person. Wow, I think I've actually met everybody else. Great, I bet you're excited to get to know everyone better. Hope you both enjoy yourselves. Amanda and I meal around and try to find some food spread on the table. I pick out some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins pulling out the baked goods. I don't want to make friends. Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I'm off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad, I want to talk about weather. Go, do it, make a friend. Okay, I think I'm just gonna click through the rest of these just really quickly until I finally get to the part where I'm going on dad dates, because honestly, we've been through all this, and this is getting kind of boring to me. I don't know which one I clicked on. God, I forgot how long this thing takes. This barbecue thing takes forever. This is when you find out that Lucian, the guy that gave us the wrong directions earlier, is actually Damien's son.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Oh.
Alright, it's over. Alright, well, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dad Book. Maybe I will, even if I figure out the whole social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate, and it seems that no one really was into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh, is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted and come home before midnight. She's behind in her homework and is lying about it, and you're letting her go out? Like, I know I obsessed over this last time, but it's still like, it just gets me. My mom and dad would never have let me go out if I was not like up to date, like exactly with my homework. Dad, you're not going to do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I haven't, never done, my words. I've never done that, and I will never do that. Okay, do you have any plans tonight? My plans were kind of to eat ice cream, watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on some stuff. I plop down from the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I love to be able to cook like that, although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I would use my powers for evil, like making baked Alaska all day instead of any food of any real nutritional value. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time and plays through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what was about, but it was a lot of yelling. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Hey kiddo, you good? I wander in the kitchen, so I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon, unless she's driving home now. In which case, I hope she doesn't respond soon, because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see now, I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle text reminder. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. Episode of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell is not only whatever. It's just making my anxiety worse, but possibly exacerbating it with all the yelling as I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who she was with? Why didn't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? I don't even know any of her friends' full names. Okay, so maybe it's just like an example of how my parents were, like, maybe my parents were just a little over the top, but my parents always knew where I was going, when I was coming back, who I was with. They knew all the phone numbers of all my friends and my friends' parents and knew all their names. But whatever. Like, my parents still have emergency numbers for me on their fridge. Granted, it's all the same ones from like college, just because of like, at the time it was they wanted to get my best friends on there, they wanted to get my dorm number on there and everything, and like my best friend, the two that I have listed as my best friends up there was my big in my sorority, Aaron, and then Sam, who's now my husband. And so, you know, they just kept those numbers up there because Aaron is still one of my best friends, and I'm now married to Sam, who now lives in my apartment, or not lives in my apartment, we live in an apartment together. So it's still valid, so they just keep that up there. It also has the number for my dorm up there because of they had a number for like each dorm building or something, or you could call the housing department and that was the number transferred to talk to someone about that building. I'm not really sure how it worked. They never actually had to call it, so I don't know. I don't know why she's just so like about the whole thing. Like I feel like I'm rightfully to be mad. Like I'm rightfully mad. I feel like because she is like super late for curfew. She's behind on her homework. Okay, so she's 18 years old. Well, at least she's saying sorry, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go good. Okay, it's about to make the dad book profile. Let's see. Got this one. Vote, obviously. I think these actually matter. I think these actually like, but I can't remember. So I'm just going with like some ones that either I would do or I think that Robert would be into. He's knife dad, so I'm gonna go with knife.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this as a quick break. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. So I will be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. So, time to play some more. Alright, so now we're at dad book. So now it's time to actually start going on dates with the dads. And then, since I have to have all the dads unlocked in order to get the ending, I'm just going to go power through and just play all the dates with one dad. And then go on to the next one. Instead of like playing the field a little bit. I'm just going to go straight for Robert. Because that's the one I'm really interested in doing it next. Because like, I had asked in a poll on my Instagram accounts. It's like, oh, do you want to try and get this cult's ending, or do you do Robert? And honestly, it was close-ish. I think like it was like 70-something percent. No, I think it was like 60% something. Yeah, it's like that. It's like 60% cult, and the rest are for doing the Robert one. So I'm like, well, since I can't really get the cult ending, except I did show y'all at the very beginning all of the little things you have to do in order to get the cult ending. The only problem is the biggest requirement to do it is you have to unlock all of the dads first. So that's a thing. So here's Robert's a dad book profile. You can't tell because of my face is covering up part of his profile where it says his last name. His name is Robert Small. Yeah, Small. Okay. So, when the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right? Sounds like my dad. Okay, on a Friday night, you're most likely to make a deal in an alleyway, have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Gimano? I don't know what that is. I trusted Who is this? Is this a thing? I don't know what this thing is. Okay, I can't believe I didn't notice this last time. I have no idea what this is. I'll have to Google this real quick. I feel weird that there's just so much stuff I have to Google in this. See, is Giacomo. Okay. It's essentially just a normal name, but it's lowercase here, so I assumed it wasn't a name. It's just a generic Italian name. All right, cool. Just I thought it was a something since it was lowercase, not uppercase, like it would be for a name. If you wanted to take with you to Desert Island, what would be a gun? What are your turns on? Don't talk to me. What do you want when you grew? What did you want to do? What did you want to be when you grew up? Grifter. What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neorealism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbing. God, he's so weird. I love it. What do you never leave the home without? At least 4 knives. Yeah, because he's Knife Dad. That's his little title in here. I spent a lot of time thinking about. Do you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? God, he's so weird. Oh God, I love it. Robert was pretty nice, a little odd but nice, and ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I typed out a message for him on Dad Book. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I sit there for a couple seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Hey, it says he read my message. I actually wait for a reply. Twiddle my thumbs, I'm just watch cat videos on the internet. I sit down, and the rabbit hole of cat videos of Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. I didn't realize how long I'd been doing this, but by the time I watched maybe like my 30th cat video, Robert pops back in my head. I jump back to the Dad Book to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. Might as well make the best of my day. I get up and walk to the living room, then I sit down and turn the TV on. History Channel. I did a History Channel last time. Alright, Nicole, your parents are in the lead, and it's up to you to win it big. Are you ready? I'm ready. Look, they hook the contestants up to a lie detector in front of their parents. Who is your favorite parent? My mom? Oh, sorry, incorrect. Next question. If both of your parents were hanging off the edge of a cliff, which would you try to save? This is terrible. I love it. I lose several hours to watch whatever hell this was. So I get up and walk around the house, my stomach grumbling. Time for lunch. Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Andrews to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator, open the door, make a sandwich, microwave some eggs, mustard jar. Okay, all this is not. Okay, these are not. This is not food. This is plus I don't own a microwave. How would I microwave eggs if I do not own a microwave? Make a sandwich. I am yawning so much. Oh god. So gross. Not even just like picking them on the floor, but pickles in general. Pickles in general, just gross. Just me looking around for a little, you know those basketball hoops you put on doors? I just remember that I got a Snapchat earlier while I was playing. Let's see, who is it from? Rebecca. One of my friends, Rebecca, just went to a estate sale or something, and she sent me like a video of it earlier. It was a really pretty house. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but like I text or chat or whatever through Snapchat more than I do actual texting. Like I pretty much only text my family through texting anymore, and my husband. Well, my husband's like half and half. Yeah. I do text him like whenever I'm sending him like dumb memes or something. I text it to him, but like sometimes while I'm out I'll send him stuff through Snapchat instead. But I do text him a good bit, and I also Snapchat him a little good bit. Even though we live in the same apartment, I still text him when he's like on the other side of the apartment from me or something silly. I don't want to have to yell in the apartment. I feel bad for our neighbors. Okay, I turn around and see Amanda standing at the doorway. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she's been crying. Hey, Amanda Panda, you alright? What are you doing? I found the hoop and I'm taking it to the hole. Pass me the rock. Laser the ball to Amanda. Granny toss the apple. Pick up a brick. These are all basketball terms, I guess? Or at least pick up a brick. There's no brick in there, so I don't get that. It must be just the ball. I lead the league in blocks, set the record for rebounds my rookie year. Think you can handle this? What's a rebound? Oh, it's when someone misses a shot and the other players try to retrieve it. That's a... Just kidding! Amanda zigzags past me, tips a layup into the hoop. Art of War, bitches. Amanda, language. Sun Tzu didn't care about language. I would argue that Sun Tzu cared very much about language, so once you write something as timeless as the Art of War, then you're allowed to swear. Amanda sticks out her tongue and dunks for another 2 points. Seriously though, are you okay? You look like you've been crying. Dude, I'm cool. I just saw like this really cute dog on the way home and it let me pet its belly. I couldn't contain my emotions. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong. Tell me about this dog. No, heart. Oh, I never got heart emoji. I don't think I've ever gotten heart emojis from my daughter. If there's, anything going on, I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I'll always be there for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry in or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away. Thanks, Popsicle. I appreciate that. But I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced. But I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Oh, okay, just making sure. Maybe you should try be less concerned about my face and more concerned with your full court press. And then I played ball for a little longer. We cooked dinner together. We managed to not almost burn down the house this time. Afterwards, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Tyler Tournament. See, I told you that the weird names of the reality TV shows are hilarious in this game. What you have in front of you is a molecular destructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glaze with a cream fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. And Tyler immediately burst into tears. Are we bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? Oh, what's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. And then I walk over to the computer and check Dad Book. It's a message from Robert. You up? What does that mean? Booty call. What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I know this is the right answer because I know it's that's his thing, but I don't have to tell him that I lied and I actually don't have a motorcycle. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you've had a lot of fun tonight if you're trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Fine. I type back a message to Robert asking for details and tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figured we needed a drink buddy. A drinking buddy. Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me. Kind of presumptuous of you to think she's going to be making passes at you when she's married, but whatever. Don't get scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? I'll go with whiskey, because I know he likes whiskey. Okay. A dad after my own heart. Yes! Eggplant emojis! Yes! I know I do a little weird dance every time I do that, but I am happy. Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, wasn't how I expected it to, for my words are so bad tonight. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. I don't think I've ever tried whiskey before. Yeah, I don't think I have. I know I've had, of course, beer. And then I've never had vodka straight or anything. I've always had it mixed with something else, but I've had vodka. And then I know it once again. I know I've had tequila mixed with something, but never straight. I really don't drink a whole lot. I primarily just drank apple juice all through college. Like, seriously, my dorm room was littered with those juice boxes. I loved them so much. And I didn't have a parent around to tell me that I couldn't have, like, an entire box of them if I wanted. See what else? Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried whiskey before. Oh, I know I've tried gin. I tried a gin and tonic before. And when I I don't think I've had the whole drink. I mean, I had a sip of my husband's. Or I had a sip of my brother-in-law's drink or something like that. Like, a lot of times they would get something girly for me at the bar. Or something like Sex on the Beach or something like that. And I would drink like a few sips of it. And then I'd be like, I'm done with this now. And they would get to drink the rest of it. Like, hey, this is my drink. This is her drink. I didn't order this girly thing. So, yeah. And then, like, whatever's in a daiquiri. I've had that because I love daiquiris. I do like those. Those are pretty good. I don't like the last few sips of the daiquiri because then it's like all whatever liquor is in it. Because I hate the taste of that stuff. Like, I don't like it. But I like daiquiris because there's basically just a really sugary smoothie drink, which is nice. But anyway, Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Move on. Come on, we're bar hopping. Oh, all right. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where are we headed? Irish We Were Drinking. It's an Irish pub. Good pun. Is the whiskey to my heart? God, I love puns so much. Puns are the lowest form of humor, Asher. Try harder. They are not the lowest form of humor. They are the pinnacle. I love them. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary. Put your fangs away for a second. We walk into the Irish we were drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the walls. Next round. What are we having? Irish hasn't failed me yet. Or, not Irish. Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Beer might be good. The fruity Irish cocktails. I'm going to go with whiskey again. Yes! See, I know that's his drink of choice. So I'm just going to keep hitting that. Also, speaking of hitting that, I know there's an option, I think it's Robert. There's an option where you can sleep with him on the first date. So let's see if we can get that. Just be a total man-slut. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey, and we post up to the garish green booth. Mary slides in and saddles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip on this one, why don't we? Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. What a lady. That'll put hair on her chest. You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey. Asher, be a dear and get us another round, will you? I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender as I head back. I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen that guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So Edith's kid snuck some pot brownies into the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot the little hemp sweat-shirted gremlin in the act, and I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. So the last time we played a date with Joseph first, and we helped him out with the bake sale she's talking about. Though we never saw anyone with pot brownies of any sort. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad, and blah, blah, blah. So what'd you do? I told her to have to have a brownie and that everything was going to be fine. They both erupted in laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. Mary looked directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What? You know, the devil's lettuce. I have 2 backpack blunts in my purse right now. Want to blaze? Oh God, saying want to blaze just sounds so cringy to me. See, I know from my last playthrough that she's really just joking. Or she says that when I say, what? No. I'll go eat the fence. I worked hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner guy's gonna drop the dime on me. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want it run. What? Remember? King, you best not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Oh, eggplants again! Got 3 eggplants in a row. We have never done that so far. I'm stoked. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor. Why does he keep calling me kid? I'm a grown-ass man. Thank you very much. I bought a home 20 years ago. Like, I got at least in my 40s. We sit around, sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and a lot less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just want to spend a long time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. I choose to get the next round. Because I got the last round, so it just seemed fair. I can't remember how they reacted to that, though. I don't think it's fair to bring up her husband, wondering where she is. I just think that's kind of like a sexist move, and I don't like that. And that just seems really awful, just assuming that she's after eligible bachelors when she's married. So I'm still going to go with this one. Read you loud and clear, the wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. Now, if he fails, well, excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds. God, she's so fun. Mary gets up and saunters off to a younger-looking guy at the bar. She's so fun and weird. Like, I keep saying that. I know I keep saying, like, oh my God, they're so weird and I love it. I know I keep saying that over and over, but, like, none of these characters are, like, what you expect from a normal person, you know? And I will keep saying that, but I will never say that about Brian. I swear. He's so annoying. Does she, though? I feel like she just kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does. But what about her and Joseph? What about them? You know, they're married, and she definitely tried to get into my pants the other night, and I gestured her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at that young guy from before. He looks at me like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just the thing she does. She's harmless. So that's the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Oh man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry, I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild in you? I can't remember which one I picked. I knew it wasn't this one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Dang it. Too many people. This isn't necessarily you, but too many people think they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what other people are going to think of the silence. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with two people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. He's saying silence a lot. Alright. Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar, patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer, Mary giving the hard sell to that young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe silence is the nicest sometimes. So, you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes, their dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had, gone. No. Great, me neither. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. Just messing with you, relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after one excused himself to the bathroom, and I assume crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hit me hard. You betcha. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, this whiskey. Inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine. Look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists it's not his birthday. We make our way out of the bar and back on the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet. I like this the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. I follow Robert to the street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at the rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, sex shop, computer repair store. Looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally a liquor store. Wait here, I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. Take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me. I start to say something, think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier, and stop. Sip on my wine and watch the cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit. What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at the stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. He presses a stone in my hand. No, you try. I don't know. With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back of the rock, back of the stop sign. I know what has to be done. I got a problem with authority. I'm sorry. This one's for you, Pappy. Oh, hearts. Yes. I hurl a rock at the sign, and it sails over the sign again, right into the window of a parked car, leaving a track. Oh dear. Dude, run. I leap up and dart into the nearest alleyway, wine in hand, and I hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I sheer him far enough from the cracked window, I am no longer culpable for this heinous crime. I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we stick back and throwing them from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly, my stomach growls. Oh man, I am starving. Let's get pizza. I can't argue with that. God, my words are so bad tonight. Oh my god. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I just know the place. I follow Robert through the maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright neon sign says Pizza. That's hard to say. It's like a tongue twister. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter, tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of the stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Archer, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Oh god. Since he automatically ordered that, I think he likes it. Okay, wait a minute for our pizza and come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate. So Satchel agrees that I'm worried it will fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noises coming out of the slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Got any more of that wild in you? Yes! Eggplants! Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep around, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh! Don't shush me so loud. Shh! We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into the movie theater with a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the aisles and we're surprised to find there are a couple empty. We look into the aisles and find it's completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They looked annoyed when they noticed us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman he's finally realized he's in love with. Kiss already. There's nobody to kiss yet. You want to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Okay, so this is Hugo's son, Ernest. Hey man, keep it down. Aw, damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest, hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kissed anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to the tiny island near New York to profess his love to the woman for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot, and he said that they... she tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that yes, they had. But I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo, love is dead. Shut up, it's beautiful. No, you shut up. Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back again. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen. You're going to sit here and appreciate them. Oh, okay. And look at that, Elizabeth Sheldon. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Sheldon, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering, fed a bunch of people so that they could have energy to do their jobs. What a guy! We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over, he makes sure no animals were harmed in making the film. We leave the theater. We stumble in the parking lot, polishing out the rest of our wine. Uh-oh. Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit. Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go throw a rock at my knees? This is a good knee. My orthopedist is going to be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay. It's a weird kind of punk. A theater punk. Well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and like movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I was able to jump out of the way, but it didn't probably stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably going to be super sore in the morning. We ruined it for you? That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was an absolutely beautiful love story with real genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classist, mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What? Have you ever even seen any Michael Powell, A Matter of Life and Death, 1946? Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man. No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoveling down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You, of all people, should thrive for a higher standard of art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh, no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Ah! I don't want to scream because it's nighttime here. I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward and kicking me as hard as he can in the knee.
Excuse me?
Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. I don't feel comfortable cussing out loud, really. Alright, buddy. Talk like a punk, get hit like a punk. Robert squares up in a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds, 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows. What?
Excuse me.
And don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile style. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vitality to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry. We're just gonna go. Ernest and his friends wearily walk back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though, and they always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensberry sanctioned throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half that up. Wow. See, you don't even have to know the rules, you just have to make them up. Come on, let's get out of here. Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry, I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. It's okay, I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know much about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen any Sam Fuller? I haven't.
Yeah.
Fuller is cash. Adventure's all I got, buddy. Yeah, heart emojis. Wish it could have been more eggplants. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder, and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstop. That was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms on his cheek, a rare sight. Let's hang again soon, okay? Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside, and I stumble my way back home. Date complete! Okay, so I guess we didn't get the date thing where we sleep over them on the first night. Oh well. While I'm doing my afternoon work and jumble, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if it's got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple letters, a large yellow envelope through the saw. It takes a couple tries for me to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you would want this big yellow old envelope from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out the piece of envelope. She pulls out the letter and unfolds it. And the suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Oh, I thought the other one was her dream school. That's weird. I could sworn that later on in the story it says that the one was her dream school, the one she didn't get accepted in. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Oh, I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie, it's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student, and you nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment, HIA is one of the most expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're going to make it work. Really? Of course. Well, he could just probably go get a job. I mean, it really doesn't seem like he has a job. It really doesn't. he's been doing this. He's been like hanging out and chilling and doing nothing, like playing basketball in the living room for days now. He hasn't said anything about work. Like the only time we had an option where it said anything about, oh, I need to get some work done, it's been like unpacking work. My socks are falling again. I like these socks a lot, but I really should get new ones because the elastic is just completely worn out in them. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk around the bayside, tearing into our foil, it's hard to say, foil wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not the determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rito and a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass, watch ships sail lazily through the bay. And the dorms are right near the bunch of cafes where all these galleries are nearby. There's a discount if you bring your student ID, and Amanda, slow down. You're going to choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photos edited software for free? It's nice to see Amanda enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's going to be. I take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major interests. I bet we're going to be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But I don't even get me started on bad roommates. I've had a lot of bad roommates. Let's see. I've had, I think, 10 roommates in total throughout college, which sounds a lot, but I lived in a dorm where you had 3 roommates in it for a while, and so that was the bulk of them was from living in that building. So I had my first set of roommates. There's 3. No, it was just 2. No, 2, because our third one never showed up. I remember that now. We used her room for like storage because she never showed up and no one ever took up her room. And then I had another set of roommates that did have all of them, I think. I wasn't in that one for very long, so I don't really remember all of them. I just remember the one that shared my side of, because like what it was is like it was a common area in the middle, and then it had 2 little bedrooms on the side, on each side, and they shared a bathroom. So I only remember the girl that shared the side because I really didn't live in that one for very long, because that's where I was when I passed out in school during while I was in my dorm room, and I hit my head on the tile floor and I smashed my nose really bad and it knocked me unconscious, and like I didn't know where I was or anything like that. I thought I was in a hotel, honestly, because I hadn't been in school for very long. It was only my second semester. And so I had to call my parents half aware what was going on. And I had to miss the rest of the semester because I obviously broke my nose pretty bad. And they had to figure out why I fainted because they had no idea why I fainted at first. And so, that was my other set of roommates. I'm pretty sure that one was full too. God, I really don't remember. That's going to bother me. I don't remember who my roommates were there. My other ones. I just remember that one. I'll have to ask my husband. He'll remember. Because my husband and I knew each other from the very beginning of college. So he might remember who my roommates were. And then I had another set of roommates. That one was also full. So it was 3 other roommates. So that's already 8 already. No, that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. And then, of course, when I went to go live on my sorority's dorm, I didn't have any roommates then at all because I had a private room. But I shared a sink room with, because like in that dorm, we had one room, and then another room, and there was a sink, like a little room with a little sink in the middle that like separated them. And so I had sink mates, is what we called it. But I wouldn't call that as actual roommates. I had quite a few different rooms in my sorority hall. Because I had a private room, I would get whatever was like left over or whatever. I would take whatever room no one wanted. And so I just took a lot of rooms. One of the rooms I had actually used to be a classroom when the school first started in the 1800s. And so it was a very big room. It had no work. The AC and the heat didn't work. I remember that. That was awful. They never would come fix it. And then my last roommate is my husband, because my husband and I were college roommates for a while. So the dad in this is right. You know, Asher Andrews is right. Sometimes your college roommates become your lifelong friends / spouse. I'm just kidding. We didn't have any bad roommates. Our only other roommates was a puppy that Craig brought back one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled.
Yeah.
Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you give a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit or maybe a snake or maybe both. Will the snake eat the rabbit though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave that all up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So you know how we had talk you know how I had that talk with Mr. Vega? He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'd be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now. You're such a good person. I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're going to make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's going to make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and a kiss on her forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops.
Welcome. You've got Dad.
Okay, so as you can probably hear my phone beeping, I got another Snapchat. I'm going to check it. It's from my brother-in-law. So it's probably... Yep, it's his cat. He sends me videos and pictures of his cat doing silly cat stuff every night.
Really?
Apparently his cat had like snuck a pair of scissors in the sink or something. Alright, so it's actually about time for me to head on out. Yeah, I said I would end at 11. But I did start a little late, but it's really not enough time for me to really do anything. So I guess this is going to be the time that I use to talk about the life updates I mentioned. Like, not the life updates, but the updates on my life that I mentioned in the description. And I mentioned in, like, the stories and stuff. I posted a video earlier today, like in the afternoon. It's my brother-in-law again. And yeah, so I posted a video earlier talking about, like, you know, I have some computer problems. So what happened was the battery in my laptop that I use for all of my like stuff. Well, not really all my stuff, but all my work stuff, all my photos and all that kind of stuff's on there. And also this computer that has my Photoshop, my Aperture, and, well, it used to have Aperture. The Aperture doesn't work anymore now. It just stopped working the other day when I had to update the computer to take it to the Mac store. But whatever, that was on there. And then, like, I had like 15,000 photos on there as well. Like, I had a lot of, all my photos are on there. All of them. And the battery started to swell up to where you can't close it. It won't close all the way. It's like doing something right now, so I'm not gonna bring it over here. But in the video, I do show you, like, it's not closing all the way. Like, the most it will close is, like, I think I can still fit my pinky in it still, like in between the front. I'm getting too my words are all jumbled again. I can fit my pinky still, like, in the opening. because it won't close all the way because the battery is swollen so much that it's lifting up the screen. It's also like put a print of my keyboard on the screen always, and it's really weird looking. Like it's a ghost image of like my keyboard on my screen. Makes it kind of hard to edit photos on it, which doesn't really matter too much about the screen because, as you can tell, I have this big computer screen here behind me that I use for all my editing that I hook up to my laptop. It's not a computer by itself, it's just the screen, and I just hook it up to my laptop and I use the screen to edit photos because I need a bigger screen. Like the bigger the screen, the better for editing photos, really. And so the laptop's just not big enough for it, so I use the screen. But since the battery was swelling, it's a pretty common problem for MacBooks. Excuse me. And it's normally covered by warranty, but my laptop's pretty old, so it wasn't covered. So it's gonna be about $200, which is not like a whole lot of money, but it's a good bit of money, and it's even more money when you factor in the fact that it's a complete surprise. Like, yeah, I mean, I do spend money here and there, whatever, no big deal, but those are all things that I've planned and I knew I was doing. It's not like, oh, surprise, in order to work you need $200 right now. You know, it's not like that, and so that's not always easy to work around. So I just want to like take this time to plug my Patreon. If y'all want to help me out with the computer, and also just help support me, like as an artist, to keep doing what I'm doing. For those of you who don't know, I do photography and stuff on Instagram under Meg Joy. If you want to check it out, the link will be down below. But yeah, I have a Patreon, and like I have tiers all the way from like $1 to like $300 or something. But like the $5 one is the main one where you can see all of my extra photos, because I post on Instagram normally every day, but lately because I haven't had my computer, it's been like sporadically whenever I have a photo I can use. So I haven't been posting near as much. And so yeah, the $5 one makes it where you can see all of my extra photos, because like every prop I use in my photos, I usually take like 6 or 7 photos with that prop, but I only post one. That looks like 11, just one. And so the rest will go on Patreon. So anyone who has, you know, that tier and higher, because you know how it works on Patreon is when you have a higher tier, you get everything from the lower tiers as well, is how it works. So anyone who has $5 or more can see all of the photos that's on there. And then like anyone with $10 tier or higher can see all of the like behind the scene videos and how I actually take the photos. I do post some of those on YouTube, but all of them are on Patreon. And I don't remember all the other tiers really, because there's quite a few, and a lot of them really apply more to businesses, because that's like what my actual day job is I take these photos for businesses and stuff to use it for their marketing purposes, marketing materials and stuff. But yes, that's like an update. Is just my computer's been crazy. Like as I said, like at the beginning of the stream, I had to end late, or I had to start late, because of this computer needed to be like just suddenly rebooted for no reason really, and wasn't working. And this is the good computer. This is the computer that's not broken supposedly. So that's not great. It's not great. But so I would really appreciate, you know, some help, because $200 is a lot for a sudden payment. So if y'all want to help me out, that'd be great, and I would be ever appreciative. Even like I do have a tier on there for just $1, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but a little bit can help. Like a little is not nothing, you know. So like if every follower I had did the $1 one, I would more than pay for all of my bills, and I could quit my day job and literally just do this Instagram photo stuff, which is honestly my dream. I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to do this Instagram thing full time and just take photos and miniatures and like start posting like twice a day or something, or doing more videos, or you know, doing actual installation work. Like I know there's a person here in Atlanta, Tiny Doors Atlanta, that does little installation things throughout the city, and I would love to be able to do something like that. I think that'd be great, but I don't have the money to just have to buy figures, and then because I don't have the stuff to make them, and or even buy the stuff to make them. That'd be great too, but I don't have the money or the means to have or make figures and then leave them somewhere and never use them again. Like, I don't have the excess money to do that because that's pretty expensive. And I would love to be able to do that someday. So honestly, going on Patreon and becoming a patron would help me a lot. Like, not only just like my day-to-day bills and stuff, but like helping me continuing what I'm doing, like art-wise. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. I know we didn't get to the ending of the cult ending, and I'm sorry, but we have to unlock each dad in order to do that. But in the beginning of the stream, and if you missed it, I went ahead and made the dad the way you're supposed to in order to unlock it. Because how you're supposed to do it is you have to unlock all the dads, and then you make a new character, and you have to follow these exact instructions on how to make him. And then the cult ending will pop up, and you can skip the whole game and go straight to the cult ending once you do that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. So that's all, folks. So I'm just switching it to IRL, or just me right now, since it's really not relevant what I'm doing on my computer now. But like I was saying, go to the Patreon, become a patron, help a girl out, and also hit the subscribe button here on my YouTube if you want to, or if you haven't already, I really like you to. So you'll know next time I do another stream, so where I finish this and actually do get the cult ending. Because like I said, just gotta unlock all the dads, and then I'll be able to get the cult ending. So yeah, hit the subscribe button while you're here. I'll wait. Just go ahead and hit the button. Because also when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway of one of my photos. So that's cool. All right, so now I'm really going now. Okay. Bye.